right, thanks everybody. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Danny Torbett, and I am the Analyst Relations Manager for Decisions, the low-code business automation platform. Today's subject, we're going to be talking about getting familiar with Agentic AI, driving digital transformation with our special guests today, Santosh Kumar from the Service Optimization Technologies Group at the Everest Group. Also today joined by our Senior Director of Pre-Sales Engineering, Tyler Haynes, as always, the famous Tyler Haynes. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen. Before we get started, a couple of quick plugs. If you are in Vegas or planning to be in Vegas for SAP Insider 2025, come check us out. We will be there with one of our partners, and we'd love to make a connection. SAP is a great story for us. We do a great job at extending and enhancing the capabilities of your SAP implementation and have great partners in that space. So be sure to check us out there. Sorry, my mouse is all over the place. Also, while we're talking about the Everest Group, Decisions was named a major contender in 2024 for process orchestration, and Santosh worked on that team, as well as process mining in 2024. So we're really grateful for that recognition. Speaking of process mining, we also right now have a special process mining offer. So anybody that attends this webinar can receive a free complimentary process mining analysis. Now, this one, we haven't changed the copy on it. It still says a claims process, but really, if you want to take a look at a process inside of your enterprise through our process mining analysis, we do that as professional services normally for around $10,000. So if you're interested in that, drop an email to Mark Klein, or be sure to just pop a note in the chat. That's the best way, because we've got plenty of people on from Decisions right now to answer your questions in live time. So please don't hesitate. Fill up that chat. We like a spicy chat. So a brief agenda on what we're going to cover today. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Decisions. I'm going to try and keep that really brief, because today's not really about highlighting Decisions, about taking a look at Agentic AI, which is a really hot topic, especially in the automation space. So I'll tell you a little bit about Decisions quickly as I can, and then we'll get on to Santosh's view of Agentic AI and the impact that it's making on the automation space. And then we'll leave some time for Q&A at the end. But like I said, you can ask questions right away. So you can do that right in the chat or in the Q&A features in Zoom. So what is Decisions? Decisions is a low-code business automation tool. And these are the 5 pillars of automation. These are the 5 tools that the platform provides. And the first one is a rules engine. And that's a system that allows users to define, manage, and execute business rules. It enables businesses to keep logic consistent and centralized. The second tool is an integration layer to weave a connection between all of your apps and systems, breaking down silos and ensuring that data flows smoothly, accurately, in real time. The workflow manager, which facilitates the creation, management, and execution of business workflows, allowing tasks to move from one step to another based on the predefined criteria. The fourth tool is process mining, which examines business processes based on event logs and helps in discovering process patterns, identifying bottlenecks, and suggesting improvements. And then finally, we give you an interface designer to build unique and engaging customer or user experiences through that front end. There are 3 areas of automation where Decision really stands out. And the first is a pure business rules or decisioning application. Our rules engine is a place to centralize business logic and then expose that logic to business users, not just professional developers, to be able to edit and maintain business logic using graphical design tools, all visually. It gets the logic out of stored procedures, web pages, or custom code and puts it in a place where the team can easily change it and maintain it without diving into the code. The rules engine is capable of millions of transactions a day across thousands of rules in areas like medical claims processing, insurance underwriting, mortgage processing. For example, Roche Genentech, we're formatting and enhancing clinical lab data across all their global trials. So really cool. The second use case is what we call extend and expand. You see the SAP logo there. That's another, a great use case where, we work with a customer. They already have a lot of major out-of-the-box projects, like some of the ones that you see here, that need to be part of an automation solution. It could be CRMs or ERPs, databases, or other products that are built to handle a specific part of the process. Decisions is designed to integrate with these solutions out of the box and automate special processes like these systems that they don't do well. Things like human-in-the-loop approval processes, for instance. We have several ways to go about integrating with your existing system landscape, including several out-of-the-box integrations. You see some of them listed here. I think there's 80 or so, and that number is always growing. But the most important thing is you can connect to the Decisions platform, anything in the Decisions platform via OpenAPI. And most modern systems have that. If you have a specific platform or that you're wondering about, just pop it into the chat. We'll get you an answer for you in live time. The third use case where we really stand out and where we've been recognized by Everest is process orchestration, right? We often act as an orchestration layer between different applications. So if you have several applications that users and data in, you can use Decisions as kind of a middleware to bring data in from one, trigger an activity for a user in another application, or populate an outcome in yet another. Our most common use case is to act as an orchestration layer between various software applications or services, and then engage end users in workflows that cross those application boundaries. If any of that make you interested at all, drop a note in the chat or just reach out to us at sales@decisions.com. That is the fastest I've ever done this section because, like I said, today's not about us so much. We're talking about a really hot topic in the market, which is agentic AI. And I'm so pleased to introduce Santosh Kumar. Santosh is with the service optimization technologies research practice. They cover a lot of the things that we deal with in the way of process orchestration, process and task mining, and AI. So really, really happy to have you with us today, Santosh. Welcome.
Thanks, Danny. Thanks for the introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Santosh Kumar, and I'm a practice director at Everest Group. Just to give you a quick round of introduction about Everest Group, we are a research and advisory firm founded in 1991. We are a group of research analysts around the world with offices in North America, Europe, and India. We are a trusted partner to the world's largest companies, and our research focuses on technology, business processes, as well as engineering through the lenses of talent, sustainability, and sourcing. Just we have some certain statistics over the slide that you can see. And yeah, we can go on to the next slide, Danny. So just to set the context before we jump into Agentic AI, while we interact with different enterprises globally, the common challenges that we hear from enterprises while they are scaling their digital transformation initiatives are orchestration of hybrid workforce, which primarily means managing both the human workers as well as digital workers within the processes, a lack of or limited process understanding, as well as change management, and limited awareness about new technologies that are cropping up within the space. Lastly, we have siloed approach, which is also one of the key challenges that enterprises are currently facing with respect to digital transformation initiatives. Just to keep in perspective, the top two challenges or the top two obstacles that we hear a lot from enterprises are the orchestration of hybrid workforce as well as the lack of process understanding. Danny, next slide. Thank you. So in terms of the challenges, what we see is there is a very high need for understanding processes as well as managing the hybrid workforce, which makes it essential for all the enterprises, right? Making it process orchestration as well as process mining the vital components of the intelligent automation ecosystem. Now, this is our definition of intelligent automation ecosystem, where we have different kinds of layers. The first two layers, process management and governance, as well as the interaction or experience layer, these two correspond to the process orchestration technology. Then we have AI-based automation layer, which comprises of technologies like intelligent document processing, as well as conversational AI. Then we have the process discovery and intelligence layer, which kind of have process mining technologies as well as task mining technologies. And lastly, we have the rules-based automation layer, which comprises the robotic process automation or RPA, as well as the API automation. Now, cutting across all these key technologies or capabilities are two other layers. The first one is low code, no code. All these technologies or capabilities initially were required a lot of dependency on the IT teams, whereas now the providers like Decisions have come up with a lot of low code, no code features, which brings up a drag and drop simple intuitive user interface, as well as the other layer is AI/ML or the large language models, which kind of cut across all these technologies or capabilities, enabling them to further enhance the user experience. So this is how we kind of currently look at the intelligent automation ecosystem. We'll try to delve deeper into the process orchestration technology as well as the process mining technology in the upcoming slides. Danny, next slide. So just to give you what exactly is process orchestration technology or how we see it. So it's a software that kind of helps enterprises to design, execute, and monitor end-to-end business processes. And it also helps orchestrate the flow of work across human workers, digital workers, and enterprise applications in long-running workflows. We have the architecture diagram below, which contains all the components of the orchestration solution. Just to give you a quick touch upon all these components. First one, process modeler. This primarily enables users to design the business processes within an organization. Then we have the form builder or app designer, which helps the enterprises to build dynamic forms or applications, process-centric applications to run the process. Then we have control center or the UI for collaboration, so which kind of helps the enterprises to manage the workforce, be it human workers or the digital workers. Then we have the analytics dashboard, which kind of provides you all the insights pertaining to the business processes that are running across the organization. There are two core engines which kind of power the process orchestration solution. The first one is business rules engine, which kind of provides all the business rules, decision rules that are responsible to kind of run the business process. Then we have the workflow engine, which kind of helps enterprises to execute the workflows that are developed using the modeler. Then we have other components like APIs or connectors, which kind of help the enterprise applications to be connected to the core engines or the user interface or the other complementary technologies like RPA, IDP, etc. to be connected. And lastly, we have the database where all the process related information resides. So this is how we see the process orchestration technology as well as the key components within the technology. Next slide. Process mining solutions, we kind of see it as a software product or a solution which kind of collects all the event log data from different information systems, be it your ERP systems, CRM systems, legacy, or any kind of industry specific applications. So those are kind of fed into the process mining tool where you have a data pre-processing step, which kind of helps you to prepare the data to further discover the process map, as well as kind of generate different kinds of insights pertaining to the process. Now, the key applications of the process mining technology is the first one is process discovery. So discovering the as-is process within your organizations. Then the process conformance step. So if you have any kind of non-conformant cases within the process, those can be identified using process conformance. Along with that, process mining tool also kind of provides recommendations in terms of the improvement use cases or the automation use cases. Then we have simulation, which kind of helps users to define different what if scenarios to understand what will be the impact on your business process. Lastly, we have process monitoring, which kind of provides the enterprises with a continuous monitoring tool to kind of track all the different KPIs or process metrics related to the process in real time. So yeah, this is about process mining solutions. Next slide. Next, coming into the core aspect or the core part of this webinar, Agentic AI. So, Agentic AI is an evolved form of artificial intelligence that kind of helps create autonomous agents possessing advanced levels of autonomy, intelligence, decision making, as well as adaptability. Now, the agents can execute tasks in their entirety through natural language based inputs that the users provide. And they can also set goals independently, plan accordingly, and as well as accomplish those targets. Uh, just to give you an overview of how exactly we see this particular agentic AI space. So, starting with the left hand side, where the user kind of provides the input in the natural language prompts, thereby the based on the natural language prompts that are being fed to the platform, the agents try to recognize the intent or understand the context behind the natural language prompts. They try to retrieve the knowledge from the knowledge base, and they try to set certain goals on which they would like to act. The next step would be reasoning and decision making. So they try to understand the decision rules as well as the configurations that have gone under the process. Based on that, they try to create a workflow, and based on the workflow that is created, they try to act upon it or execute the task within the workflow. Thereby, they also try to monitor as well as reflect upon the performance and try to fine tune themselves over time. So, and at the end, the output would be the action that is being performed by these agents. As you can see, we have mentioned multiple number of agents, not just one agent. Uh, what we feel is with respect to the business processes or the different business functions within an organization, there can be different kinds of agents being deployed within the organizations. And to kind of orchestrate all these agents, you need one super agent on top of these agents which are running across your processes. So that's where we have put like a number of agents that will be flowing across the organization. So this is how we see the agentic AI technology or the agentic AI space evolving. Next slide. So in terms of agentic AI, it kind of delivers a wide range of benefits that kind of helps enterprises to transform their operations and also to tackle the challenges that we discussed earlier in terms of the scaling the digital transformation initiatives. So these benefits range from achieving cost savings, improving the workforce productivity, improving the accuracy and quality of your business processes. The throughput time can be reduced significantly. In terms of innovation, it can be an increased innovation with respect to the technology. It helps the employee experience to be improved as the agents can kind of take up the simple or the routine repetitive tasks that are going within the organization, thereby helping employees to focus on more complex tasks. Improved collaboration, so collaborating with the different human workers as well as digital workers that are already currently existing within your organization. And lastly, enhanced customer experience. So these are some of the benefits that agentic AI can kind of deliver as you kind of implement and deploy it within your operations. Next slide. So how agentic AI can further enhance a process mining solution? So it can be done, it can enhance it in multiple ways. Firstly, in terms of orchestrating actions based on the insights that are generated by the process mining tool. So based on the insights, the AI agents can autonomously decide what is the best course of action. It can be like reallocating resources, modifying the discovered process maps, or triggering appropriate automations. The next way would be acting as a bridge between the insights as well as the AI workflows. So these agentic AI platforms can seamlessly integrate the process data into the AI-driven workflows, which kind of allow agents to dynamically adjust the workflows based on the real-time process insights that are coming from the process mining solutions. The other aspect could be enabling continuous process improvement. The agentic AI platforms can proactively suggest the process optimizations based on the historical data as well as the trends, so that it continuously helps you improve the efficiency of the processes without the need for any kind of human intervention. So this is how we see the impact of agentic AI playing out on process mining solutions. Similarly, we can see the impact on process orchestration as well. So in terms of process orchestration, there are multiple aspects. Firstly, intelligent workload balancing. So with these agentic workflows, the dynamically balanced work, I mean, you can dynamically balance workloads by analyzing the resources as well as the priorities. Then we have adaptive process execution, where you can dynamically adjust workflows to the business disruptions, ensuring there is seamless operations. The third aspect being performing routine tasks and activities. So these agents can kind of perform the routine tasks or activities within the processes to kind of help employees focus more on the complex tasks, thereby improving their employee efficiency as well as the experience. Lastly, we have smart exception management, where the agents can kind of independently address the exceptions that are being hit or that are arising within these business processes and take the next best action based on the training that has been done for these agents. So these are some of the key advancements of agentic AI in both process mining solutions as well as process orchestration solutions.
That's very informative, Santosh. Thanks so much. We have a stack of questions already going from the audience, but I wanted to kind of give a little bit of insight as to where Decisions is on the path to agentic AI. Our customers,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, was that you, Tyler? Apologies. So we recently released Decisions Dart, which is an AI-powered chatbot in the platform to accelerate the development experience and flatten the learning curve for citizen developers and professional developers alike to be able to build automations in the platform. So that first cut at it, this Dart technology that we have built essentially exposes a model to our support documentation, our support tickets, white papers, case studies, all sorts of information that we have gathered on different use cases into the platform to give developers hints and tips on and tricks on how to develop better applications and automations, but also to help them work more quickly. And in the second phase of that development, we are working towards that agentic piece of creating workflow from an agent, as well as the third phase, which will include AI agentic logic built for our rules engine. So that's kind of where we are on our path. We have just begun that journey, but those things are on our roadmap for 2025. So we're really excited about that. Tyler, do you have anything you want to chip in there?
No, Danny, that's one that, maybe asking Toast, where do you see the market going with this? Like Danny described, we're, using Dart for maybe building workflows, building rules, helping accelerate processes. But Santos, where do you see agentic AI taking the market for, like you said, process mining, for these BPA tools? Where do you see agentic AI taking these tools to?
So, good question, Tyler. Thanks for the question. So, as we discussed, in terms of agentic AI can have different kinds of applications with respect to be it process mining, orchestration, even RPA. So, what we are seeing is a advancement to the intelligent automation space itself. So, primarily, it started with the traditional automation like the RPA. Thereby, we have seen the evolution to intelligent automation, where we have seen all these process mining tools, orchestration tools, as well as other rule-based automation tools coming into picture. We are seeing the next evolution of the intelligent automation space, where we are infusing the agentic AI things or the agents which have the decision making ability as well as the autonomy, so they can set the goals themselves and kind of act upon those goals, kind of behave like agents. So when we talk about the traditional automation, it was primarily automating the processing of invoices. The next evolution was generative AI coming into picture, where it was trying to summarize a few things related to the invoice or something. Whereas agentic AI has the potential to kind of automate the entire procurement process itself autonomously, without the intervention of the humans. So that's where we see this technology going forward.
How do you see agentic AI transforming process execution and workforce management in the next 3 to 5 years from the pen?
Sure, Danny. So in the next 3 to 5 years, I feel agentic AI can kind of revolutionize the process execution as well as the workforce management, by making operations more autonomous, adaptive, as well as intelligent. It can be like starting with end-to-end autonomous workflows, where unlike traditional automation, where agentic AI will handle entire process, kind of dynamically adjusting to the real-time data as well as resolving any kind of exceptions without any human interventions. Then there can be AI-driven decision making, where agents will continuously monitor and optimize the enterprise workflows, kind of predicting inefficiencies and self-correcting those inefficiencies in real time. There can be workforce augmentation, where AI will act as a co-pilot for employees, handling all the repetitive tasks and providing some intelligent insights, whereas humans can focus more on the strategic work. Similarly, it can help in personalizing the employees as well as the customer experiences, So delivering real-time context-aware support to both employees as well as customers, making interactions more seamless. So net-net, Agentic AI definitely has the power to transform enterprises from being more reactive to proactive, enhancing the efficiency, agility, as well as the human AI collaboration. That's where we see Agentic AI transforming process execution as well as workforce management.
Excellent, excellent response. There's another question from the audience. What industries are leading in agentic AI adoption, and which business functions are leading in AI adoption?
Great. So, with respect to the industries, as of over the last 6 months, based on our research, we have seen BFSI, the banking, financial services, as well as insurance, leading the pack with respect to the agentic AI adoption, be it the POCs or the deployments. Then we have healthcare enterprises, healthcare industry specifically, kind of also adopting agents. The other industries being high-tech telecom, travel logistics. We are also seeing energy and utilities company kind of interested in adopting these AI agents. When it comes to functions, the primary function is the customer support, where AI agents can kind of address all the uh, requests that are coming from the customers with respect to be it anything pertaining to the customer related aspects. Then we have finance and accounting, which is the other leading business function where we are seeing good amount of adoption for these AI agents, followed by HR, IT operations, even sales and marketing.
Tyler, I think you have another question from
Yeah, yeah. So one of the questions was asked was, how does you see agentic AI affecting the nuances of humans, such as, language nuances, idioms, culture references? How do you see that impacting agent? As you said, it's customer support. So, a customer from India might use a different terminology than a customer from the EU or USA. So how does agentic AI handle that? Or have you seen that?
Again, I mean, the AI agents are powered by, first of all, large language models, which have connected to the knowledge base. So this knowledge base is not specifically pertaining to specific country or a specific organization. It's more global. So it's trained on a lot of different kinds of data, which is available globally across different industries and functions. So based on the kind of language nuances, it can adapt to it as well as the cultural references. Accordingly, it can act on it. The next step that we see in terms of the models that are being used for agents are the large action models, where we feel the business context or the process contextual information. Maybe the tools like process mining or task mining, kind of picking those process context or the business context, are being given to the large action models so that they are much more aware of the kind of user interactions that are happening within these processes and accordingly take actions based on those user interactions that are being trained on. So that's where we feel agentic AI can kind of adapt to all the real world scenarios or adjustments that they have.
Mhm. And I see another question is, where can agentic AI, take into account limitations? Being autonomous is great, but you still have hard and fast business rules. And a tool like Decisions has a great for business rules. But how do you see agentic AI being able to have limitations such as, you said financial services, banking? If I have a credit score of 500, but everything else is great, the autonomous bot might say, okay, maybe I should do this. Well, we don't only give a credit score to somebody who's not very credit worthy. So how would you go into there and do that. How do you see AI, Gen AI, how it interacting with like business rules and the hard fast business rules?
Great question. Again, just to the previous answer that I've given. So first of all, in terms of giving only industry-specific knowledge, uh, won't help the agents. They also require a process-centric or the business contextual knowledge as well, for which tools like process mining can help, where the SORs can kind of being used to train these AI agents so that they can adjust to the quality as well as the kind of regulations that are going within the industry and kind of take their own decisions based on the user interactions that they have seen over time within the process, and accordingly kind of take care of the regulations as well as, like you mentioned, the grade score and stuff. So they can kind of also generate rules, business rules, what kind of rules should be set for this particular process based on the industry knowledge that was given, as well as the organization specific knowledge also, because some banks they might have specific kind of rules and configurations that are set in. So once you kind of provide that business context pertaining to that organization or pertaining to that bank, the agents will adjust to those systems as well as accordingly take decisions and perform the actions. So that's how AI agents will be moving forward.
I have another question.
Sure.
What measures can businesses take to ensure governance and control over autonomous AI agents? Is that a kind of employing the strategy of the master agent sort of watching over the other agents in the process?
So that can be one way, Danny, for sure, because we are talking about super agents as well as kind of a concept which can kind of govern all the agents that are running within the organization, because there can be a lot of multiple agents that are being deployed within the organization. Definitely, you need a governance mechanism like a super agent who kind of orchestrates the actions of all these agents and accordingly sees how the utilization of these agents is, so that the license cost is kind of valid and is justified. So definitely there should be governance mechanisms in place, how the agents need to kind of run the task or execute the task. As of now, what we are seeing in the market, what we are seeing in the enterprise ecosystem is there is still some kind of human in the loop going in before the agents can take actions, because they need certain guidance at this point. But going forward, once the things get more normalized, the autonomy gets increased, the accuracy kind of builds up. At that point, definitely there will be a super agent kind of a mechanism which kind of governs and orchestrates all the agents that are running within the organization.
Gotcha. How does agentic AI impact business resilience, particularly in times of economic uncertainty or supply chain disruption?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, agentic AI kind of enhances business resilience by enabling enterprises to adapt to different situations, like real-time risk detection as well as adaptive decision making. So, AI kind of continuously monitors the market trends, the supply chain disruptions, as well as any kind of financial risks,
Mm-hmm.
so that allowing businesses to pivot quickly, right? I mean, one example could be like AI detecting the supplier delays and autonomously relocates the inventory or finds alternative suppliers in real time. The other could be cost optimization and efficiency gains, like AI-driven resource allocation, kind of reducing the wastage, optimizing the costs, as well as ensuring lean operations even in downturns, like AI adjusting the workforce planning based on demand, avoiding any kind of overstaffing or shortages. The third aspect could be like autonomous workflow adjustments, where AI can self-optimize the business process, ensuring the continuity without manual intervention. Like in the case of logistics, AI can reroute the logistics dynamically, mitigating any kind of transportation bottlenecks. So, just to summarize, Agentic AI kind of strengthens resilience by predicting any kind of disruptions, optimizing the resources, and also enabling any kind of rapid decision making, so that it ensures the enterprises remain agile as well as competitive in such kind of volatile times.
Now I have a personal question, and I saved the best question for last because it's my question.
Definitely.
I'm wondering, as I think about agentic AI, and I think about a lot of our customers that are in the financial space or in the healthcare space, there's very little in the way of regulatory or compliance regimes out there for AI right now, especially when it comes to explainable AI. And
Hmm.
we think that there is going to be, regulation coming over the next couple of years that's going to require explainable AI, especially when it comes to decisions that are made pertaining to healthcare and finance. Do you see anything on the regulatory or compliance horizon that is a threat to agentic AI or its continued development and adoption?
I mean, there will be definitely regulations with respect to the AI usage, as we have already seen last year, Europe came with a AI Act. So definitely there will be new acts coming up with respect to the how the data is being handled for training these models, as well as how AI is kind of responding, be it ethics, explainability, bias. There are numerous things with respect to AI. So as providers kind of build these agentic AI tools or frameworks, they also need to focus on the guardrails in terms of handling these regulations or the new acts that are going to come up within the ecosystem. With respect to the training the data, I feel the data that is being fed to train these models is obviously a lot of user data is going in. So there needs to be some kind of masking or anonymization of the PII information within the data, thereby kind of using the masked data for training, which kind of eliminates certain aspects with respect to the data privacy security issues,
Mhm.
as well as any kind of regulations or the acts that are going to crop up in the future.
Yeah. Great answer. Man, I thank you so much, Santosh, for spending some time with us today. I really appreciate. Well, I don't know why my mouse keeps going all over the place. We really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today. Thanks so much to the audience for making some time. Remember, if you're going to be in Las Vegas at SAP Insider, we'll be there at the Bellagio. So be sure to check us out there. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you too, Tyler. Everybody have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.